Me and my friend back home after partying all night. I think I forgot something. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. The drunk bro. Don't worry, maybe he needs this lesson. I don't know why, but just maybe. What a lovely, beautiful Saturday the 14th. I actually didn't even realize that we had a Friday the 13th. I had no idea. It just whoosh, skipped my mind completely. I hope it didn't skip yours, because that would be super lame. I hope you had a great Friday the 13th. Hi there, I'm Robin. You've known me for many years now. You can follow me at the socials that hopefully pop on screen. If not, no big deal. You can find me in the description below. Let's take a look at some top grade memes today, shall we? You need to deploy the military for a small protest. Pathetica. That is, it is. Me praying every day that Weird Al Yankovic doesn't get accused of being a creep. I don't think we're ever gonna have to worry about that one. That guy is absolutely, from what we know, which is almost nothing to be fair. Almost nothing. You don't want to give too much credit. You know what I mean? But I really don't see it. I don't think he's the type. I really, really don't. God creates the worm. Worm, thanks for the worm welcome. Hey, look, why would God punish the poor creature for having the sense of humor and genius that God gave it? God created it, okay? So therefore, while maybe imperfect by design, can't be incorrect in this scenario, am I right? But remember though, that bird has to be early, okay? Because if not, well, I think we all know how that works, okay? And if we don't, why not? The who set the alarm, everyone else. You know, only for the first like 30 seconds, I think, at most, really. I've seen this before, for sure. It's woken me up and not them, but only for a second, right? It will wake them up. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna wake you up because you set an alarm for a specific reason, did you not? That's right, you did. Oh, you did. Get up before I punch you in the balls. Or whatever else you got. I'm gonna get you. Aliens landing on Earth and finding a bunch of hairless monkeys inhaling cancer smoke and drinking bacteria fart juice just because it makes them feel funny. Did you say bacteria fart juice? What the hell is bacteria fart juice? I mean, bacteria juice, yeah, all alcohol, for sure. But what about the fart? Where does the fart come from? Do we put farts in beer and wine and stuff like that? Have I been missing a key ingredient of alcohol my entire life? Can you guys enlighten me? Go to my Twitter at XYCRONVA or my Blue Sky at XYCRON.TV and let me know. Can you do that for me? Thank you. Everyone praises the Rockstar devs who worked into Lucia's ass jiggle physics, the devs working into Jason's balls jiggle physics. That sure was easy for me to read and made total sense. But, you know, I don't know why they'd be upset about that. Seriously, look, we're gonna go tit for tat on this one, okay? If she gets jiggle physics all over, Jason has to. Come on, I'll be upset if I don't get some ball action. Really, genuinely. That's not just a bisexual thing either. I want some ball action, okay? If they're going to be objectified in this damn game, then so he has to as well, okay? All right, can we do that? Can we all agree on that? Jason's gotta get it too, if we're gonna keep going down this road, dog. The aura of the Bermuda Triangle when you're 12. I don't know. I found it scarier than someone dunking a basketball with a shark in the background. I don't know. I see what you're going for, but I don't think you're all the way there. Is that Shaquille O'Neal? Why is he on the Discovery Channel? He shouldn't be here. Is it Shark Week? I don't know. I don't like analyzing these things because the more you break it down, the stupider it gets. You strip the humor right away from it. I've done it again. I have varnished the humor off of this beautiful canvas. God damn it. I hate it here. 0 days without a Boeing crash. That's true. I think what's even crazier about this one in particular is that a dude survived. Like, one guy survived by the skin of his teeth. I can't say that. Because from what I saw, he survived with minimal injury. Like scratches and some bruises, which I don't understand. That guy, I hope he doesn't have to deal with survivor's guilt for the rest of his life, because that is a very real thing, and I can't even begin to imagine what it must feel like to be the sole survivor of a violent plane crash like that. Me walking into the boss fight for the 87th time, changing around or adapting absolutely nothing about my strategy. I'm not good at learning. See, this right here is why I would not be good at any Souls games. Any of them, Souls-like, Born, whatever you want to call them. The more hardcore fantasy boss fighting games. Absolutely not for me. I think it would be awesome to be able to overcome not being a good, gamer at all, and maybe beat one, put it under my belt, whatever, maybe Elden Ring or something like that. But I know it's never going to happen because I get too easily frustrated. Even if it is my fault, especially if it's my fault. I'm not the type to go, wow, this game is bullshit, I hate it, I didn't do anything wrong, it's all the game's fault. But it doesn't mean I'm any less mad when I get mad. I'm pissed at myself, like furious with myself for not being good enough at something as trivial as a game. I really wish I could. Me and the other two cool cousins walking away from the family function for a side quest? You mean the side quest that's probably or vape or cigarettes or a couple beers? Is that what you mean? The other two cool cousins? Yeah, look, we've all had our cool cousins, okay? See, when you grow up, you need to find your permanent cool cousins. You might see those cool cousins in the future, but you need to find your own lifelong cool cousins, okay? Find the guys that'll take you away from the function to smoke some and you'll do all right for the remainder of your life, okay? Just make sure they brought the good shit, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. How schools expect you to react when you're getting bullied? They absolutely do not allow you to defend yourself. As a matter of fact, if you do, you're in more trouble. I don't understand. I know that there is something in there, in the thought process, about not escalating, right? Not escalating and making things worse. And in that regard, they might be like, well, let's teach them a lesson about controlling their emotions, blah, blah, blah. But it's a little bit different when someone is beating the shit out of you or assaulting you in other ways that are really, really bad. Waking up right before the climax of a good dream feels like this. It does. And it doesn't matter what the climax of the dream was going to be. I just never get to see it. Although I did get to see the climax of one dream. Not a dream I can talk about in this video. It worked! It worked once! One time! And I don't know why. Maybe it was God coming in and going, all right, you can have just this one, little buddy. How alcoholics act in front of the addicts. Which is crazy, because if you're like, if you're up there in the upper echelons of alcoholism, for lack of way better terminology, I'm not actually trying to make light of it at all. I've dealt and still deal with alcohol issues and stuff like that. I would not call myself an alcoholic, not for the same reasons you've always heard. I don't feel I belong in that group per se with the issues I have had. So whenever I talk about them, I'm not trying to degrade or anything like that. But I could see how someone might get this feeling, I suppose. Alcohol is one of those things where once you're dependent on it, like a lot of stuff, if you just quit cold turkey, you'll die. You know what I mean? It's a whole different vibe out there. The access to it could not be easier, especially for the price. I don't know why they would think more highly of themselves. I don't know a single alcoholic who would ever. We're all dealing with problems. Let's all help each other the hell out. How about that? All right? When it's finally your turn to be an adult and suddenly the economy starts getting worse, I feel like every generation to a certain extent has felt something similar except the boomers. I feel like the boomers are the only ones that did not feel it. They felt the opposite, if anything. They truly did. Because their parents felt the giant depressions and dips. And then thanks to war, they got to experience, if they, lived through all of it, the highs, the crazy highs. Oh my God, dude. 700 Indian engineers posed as AI. The London startup that took Microsoft for a ride. Maybe I'm an AI. Affordable Indian. God damn it. Okay. All right. There's some good branding there, guys. If we have any Indian viewers, I don't know, maybe this could work. I think that's great. Congrats to them. I'm not even gonna be upset about that. You took one of the shittiest companies in human history for a ride. Hopefully y'all made some serious dosh. And you know what would be really funny? If you guys just kept doing it. It'd be really cool if people out there could scam the multi-billion-dollar corporations rather than random grandmas over here. Go for the whales, please, because it seems like they're pretty stupid and much easier targets than you guys think. Like, it's insane. You remember that dude that just sent bills to Facebook for years and stole like $100 million? If he had stopped like a year prior, he would have gotten away with that shit for sure. Corporations are dumb as shit. Go for them, not me. Nintendo being anti-consumer with the Switch 2. Come on, do something. Oh, well, I don't know. I've been following the movement by Accursed Farms, the Save Games movement, or whatever the hell it's called. I can't remember it off the top of my freaking head, but it's just been lots of bad news. Gamers, we're never going to be able to own our goddamn games again. And thanks to Nintendo for making sure you don't own the console you bought from them. I worry that should Microsoft make another one, they'll do the same thing. And should Sony make another one, they'll do the same thing. Thank goodness for compoopers. French people, when the government cuts their lunch break from 5 hours to 4, yeah, and they should keep doing that forever. I get the joke, but they should be like this forevermore. The French are a perfect example of why you should not be around as the quote-unquote government. You don't own us, and you never will. The ICE protests, if you guys have been going to the ICE protests, I wish you well. Stay safe. Keep doing it, please. ice. Buying a Zelda game in 2017 for $60. Waiting almost 10 years until it costs $70. Aha! Although it's just Breath of the Wild is $70. If you want Tears of the Kingdom, that's $80 now. Well, I mean, I guess if you want it physically. No, it's the same price online, I'm pretty sure. Germans in the chat, me, who accidentally referred to this as what? See, this one I don't get. Maybe you guys will understand. I can't understand everything, okay? I can't do all the work here. I'm allowed to be stupid, right? Maybe a little bit? Oh well, whatever. How do I feel? Knowing a GIF can be arbitrarily long, like it can last years and not just 1 to 2 seconds. Well, this is a PNG, so you're not gonna fool me. You can't trick me. It can last years? Are we sure about that? Is that even remotely true? Because, like, I don't know, man. Goat, minding its own business. Some religious dude several thousand years ago. You were the very image of Satan himself. Bah! Poor guys. They really did get the end of the stick on that one. Baphomet. Animals, when the hairless apes chasing them never get tired. What? I mean, we get tired. We're just stupid and persevere through anything. Although I do think humans are, by far, the best long-distance running creatures on Earth. We need a Japanese actor to play a samurai. Hollywood. I mean, let's be real. He's a perfect samurai. Are they wrong? I mean, this guy's probably like, look, I need to pay the goddamn bills. You want me to be a samurai again? I was really good at it before. You do? Sick. I am a perfect samurai. Although I would like to see him in way more. He genuinely rules. Kidnappers realizing the kid they kidnapped who cost them $80 in gas and a $5 dark chocolate was an orphan. Poor bastards. Well, hey, look, at least they get to raise the kid to be like them. Now they got a third. My ribs, my mouth, my... Oh, shut the hell up. No. We're not playing this goddamn game anymore. That's not how it works. Stop it. That was never real. It was never freaking real. What the LA riots need right now. We need to send that mother down there with the Pepsi post haste. Although, they simply need to continue. They do. This problem ain't solved yet. So you can hand me that corporate bullshit when the problem is resolved, friend. Hey, bro, can you lend me $200? I'll return it in 3 days. I have played these games before. Well, okay, it seems like you learned your lesson then. No, that part's really good. I'm proud of you for learning and setting a financial boundary, which is good. Which, on a serious note, is very, very hard to do, okay? We all want to help. We want to do our best to help our friends and family and anybody else when we can, but we do still have to set boundaries, and it can be really, really hard. I've felt guilt before, but they still have to be set sometimes. How big companies think people will react if their logo has too much detail? Well, no, it was never that. I know these are jokes. It was never that, though. It was just the sign of the times. It was everyone wanted to have a sleek, clean look. And for a while, it was cool. You know, I liked the minimalistic look for the most part for a while, but it just kept getting worse. And they kept trying to make minimalism more minimalistic to insanely... You know what? For example, look at Patreon through the years. It just keeps getting worse. Quit trying to simplify it more. You've hit the threshold, knock it the hell off. Died 2024. Born 2025. Welcome back, Matthew Patrick. Did someone kill Matt Pat in 2024? Or is it just because he retired from his channel? How to own your media without buying physical media. Step 1, subscribe to a streaming service for 1 day. Step 2, install a screen recorder program. Okay. Step 3, record your screen while watching your favorite TV shows and movies. Step 4, now you own it forever. That doesn't work. I know some people have found workarounds, but when I open OBS using, like, let's say the Netflix app, I can't see the screen anymore. Netflix blocks it. They recognize screen recorders. So some of them may work, like I can download YouTube videos and stuff like that, but I don't think it works on anything else. Every other medieval weapon becoming obsolete centuries ago, the arrow becoming a beacon of guidance and being even more useful. People who know the origin of this meme and how this fight ends, people who don't. Yeah, I have no idea. I've seen this for years. Am I right to assume this is from like a Dark Souls thing or Elden Ring? It just gives me that vibe, so I am assuming. But I would also assume that based on this, it's very much like most of those games, a David and Goliath sort of situation, because you, the player, are overcoming the insurmountable task that is defeating something that's 500 stories tall and thinks it's a god, right? You kill these motherfuckers all the time in those games. So I think little dude gonna win big time against the big dude. All right, I'm an adult now. Time to buy a house. Let's look up some Well, okay, you don't want to do that the second you become an adult, man. There's a lot to think about when buying a house, right? I want to. I know I'll never be able to, but I want to. And I know that maybe I don't have $5,000 a year forever for taxes right now, or all the maintenance that's gonna come with it, because you know the second it clears and you move in, a floorboard's gonna pop and your water heater's gonna light on fire. Me, when I see dudes say they're owed sex just for buying a girl dinner, well, that just sounds like prostitution with extra steps and no consent. It does. If you think like that, you need to get help right now. You don't have much time to change, but you need to do it. Parents, when the child they micromanaged and offered constructive criticism to for 18 years grows up to be a socially anxious, dysfunctional adult with no personality, dreams, or hobbies. Pennsylvania or some I've never been to the US. Please tell me it's not. I don't care if piracy wins. I just need corporations to lose. Piracy was never gonna win, you know? I mean, now more than ever, it's gonna be stronger for very obvious reasons, but it was never meant to win, all right? It was always a tool that, honestly, helped. It helped with sales more often than it hurt them. Reddit on its way to show me the exact same post 50 times damn straight. You know what? We should do a video here on EmKay where I react to the same post 60 times in a row. The going back into my ass after I accidentally breathe out and reset my progress. Reddit gives free awards. Me to everyone. Don't get it. Never will. When the first one to sleep at the sleepover realized he's also the first one to wake. Not necessarily, though. Some people have this mindset and they make sure they're the first one awake so you don't with them. Me explaining how Russian roulette is safe because I've played before and am still alive. That's true. Survivor bias here, man. YouTube algorithm on its way to show me the same 5 videos after refreshing the feed for the 200th time. YouTube, yeah, you guys gotta chill. Sometimes you need to realize that I'm not gonna watch what you want me to. It's cool that I'm getting more small channels, more new channels. There's a channel out there called Boys Club, BOY_S Club. Boys Club Show is their at. Please go watch them for the love of God. And we were shown them through the YouTube algorithm. Amazing channel, genuinely. And they had like 400 subscribers when it was shown to us. Lovely, that's great. But sometimes I just don't care, you know? Me explaining to my wife that we didn't save $100 on a $300 purchase that we didn't need. Spending is spending. That's true. You only save that money if you were planning on buying it anyway and got a deal, right? Hear me out, chat. What if instead of CDs, we started releasing games on USB-C drives and bring back physical game ownership that way? All right, so I like where your head's at. However, we haven't used CDs for games distribution in God knows how long. That was PlayStation 1, early PlayStation 2 era when we were using CD-ROMs. I know what you probably mean is CD is being used as a catch-all for disc-based optical media read with a laser. Sure, totally get it. We've moved on from that. We're on 50+ gigabyte dual-layer 4K Ultra HD discs, which are an upgrade of Blu-ray disc, right? Just saying. I know it's annoying, I know, but I had to point it out. Also, those USB-C drives have got to be frickin' fast, baby. I mean, unless you don't want to play directly off them. I like where your head's at, okay? I do. That's one of the few things Nintendo, I think, is doing correctly right now, is sticking with cartridges, even though they're not really, and a lot of those cartridges are just a license again, like how a lot of PlayStation and Xbox games are just licenses on a disc. Isn't that cool? But really, cartridge-based truly would be the way to go, but not a, obviously like Nintendo does, a proprietary format. We do need an everyman format. USB-C, hell, let's take USB-A. I'll take anything else. Just give me a damn drive with the thing on it. Me, every time I turn on my PC, instead of just turning off open on startup, No. I don't even go into the settings and turn that off. I turn it off at the operating system level because I don't trust any program. Yes, it does work, and I don't care how expensive my computer is or how powerful it is. I will never, ever leave more than the few necessary programs like audio drivers or whatever on start on boot. I think only one regular third-party program turns on when my computer turns on, and it's a screenshot program I've been using for so long called Lightshot. I just like it. I like it. Sue me. That's the only one that gets it. The rest, disabled in Windows. And boy, oh boy, does it help a lot. What's the Steam logo supposed to be? Stop it, I'm trying to sleep. Isn't it a crankshaft? Hold on, hang on. I'm Googling this one because I want to make sure. Okay, it's not a crankshaft. It's a piece of some sort. It's a piece of a steam engine. God damn it. Hold on. Steam logo. I just want to make sure that we know exactly what it's called. A connection rod, which is a key part of a steam engine. So it's a part of the assembly, because, Valve controls the flow of Steam games in the market. marketplace. They sure do now. Boys, dogs. I found this cool stick! And then the dogs want to throw it, but the boys want to keep it. Dad's waking up at 5 a.m. on a Sunday only to take a 4-hour afternoon nap later. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Switch 2 released, already hacked in less than 24 hours. Not true, it was not. It wasn't hacked, it wasn't jailbroken, it was exploited. There are exploits. Don't get it twisted, we're gonna get there. We will, and I'm excited. But please, we're not there yet. We're not ready yet. Me being taken to another website after missing the X button by 0.000000001 millimeters. Elon Musk hearing Trump rub one out in his Tesla through the secret Why did I say secret headphones? That's not what it says. It says secret microphones. Maybe Elon Musk has secret headphones. My therapist. How many girls rejected you? Me. Maybe 3 or 4. You gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. Why would I want those numbers to go up? I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Tomorrow me. Every time. Future me is it? Me releasing 3 chickens in school labeled number 1, 2, and 4. I did this with Easter eggs in the house this year. Close your eyes, bro.
Okay, bro. What you see, bro? Nothing, bro.
That's my world without you, bro.
Bro.
I'm not falling for the propaganda. It's not even funny, dude. These two should just shut the up and hide in a cave. Go away. You know what I do on the weekends? Nothing, because I'm not a What? Everyone distributing free awards they got from Reddit. Meanwhile, me, who hasn't gotten it yet, and you never will, I'm sorry, my friend. Me preparing for a good night's sleep after finally winning an argument against my wife. Man, y'all are just in bad relationships forever, huh? Oh, wife bad.